control. If you get to level 2, you can basically watch this door with a whole lot of head glitch cover, and it's going to be so difficult to pick you off that glitch. At the start, we were jumping on board with Rizma. You know he was frustrated after that false defuse in round number 5 last game. He's coming off the start with an amazing MTAR, though, and this is the guy you said to watch when it comes to respawn game modes.
Yeah, definitely. He's just been going off all day. To be honest with you, every single time we've watched him, he's had a very good game, but you have to think Adversity are going to be so pumped up. I mean, after a play like that, they're going to be so happy with themselves. But it's also worth mentioning as well, we have a news update. We have our first team. Oh, actually, no, I don't think we do. Never mind. Forget that. False start. Doesn't matter. Carry on.
No need for a graphic yet, Lennox. We're good. We got Complex on your screen for the moment, and he has switched over to the Vector for this map. So about the 4th time we've seen the Vector here on Freight Blitz, and it looks pretty darn accurate. It just seems a little bit weak at times, but he does get the kill. Meanwhile, his teammate Rizma is setting up the spawn camp, and he is going to go through for the first cap of the game.
Yeah, nicely done. And it wasn't a false start. It was actually true. Sigma Esports are the first team to win their round 6 game
Saints
today.
and the boys. All right.
Yeah. So they are going to qualify for that spot at regionals.
Congratulations to Sigma, as they will be headed to Florida. We still have TVA playing against Carnage in their round 6 match, and you are watching Saw versus Adversity in their match. Rizma is coming from the right side, but there is a player in the base. It's Fear Complex, can't get in for the cap. And I want to switch over to Adversity. Let's jump on board with Diabolic as he is trying to get into the action. Apologies for the connection here on the broadcast mode. Benson, are you skipping around as well?
Yeah, I was having a little bit of skipping. It's settled down just a little bit now, though, so hopefully it can stay like this.
We're healthy. We're good.
We're good. Everything is all good. And right now you got Saw 2-1 in the league, which is actually quite surprising for me. I really would have thought Adversity would have tried to just mount on that momentum and really just push and get a really early lead in this game of Blitz Freight, but not to be. Saw composing themselves, and that's a sign of a really good team. You know, when something like that can happen and they can compose themselves, get their head straight back into the game, you know that's a top team right there.
And here we go, Diabolic now pushing in. MTAR out, gets the kill, and he will not be able to go through. Just not enough time here for Adversity, but the score 2-2, and we have Sender pushing in for 3-2. He's going to sneak there, and there we go. Adversity takes the lead for the first time here on Freight Blitz.
All right, that's going to be, as you said, 3-2 now as Complex just trying to do some work. They're not going to happen. Grounds are 8-5. Definitely, I think it's fair to say he's pumped up right now, and Adversity going to go 4-2 into the lead. This is a little bit more how I expected the first side of Blitz to go. Adversity with the control. Diabolic 9-5. Grounds are 8-5. Cosmo, you know, not having the best of games, but when his teammates are getting as many kills.
Sorry, Diabolic almost getting in. He was an inch short on his dive. Did not get any slide after that jump, and now it'll be Sender trying to slide in. He will go through for number 5. They have total base control, and this is where it gets dangerous for Saul. Look at this minimap. Finally, they fight out of those blue arrows, and the orange ones, that's the guys from Saul, will be pushing forward. Let's jump on board with Fear Complex as he's trying to make his way on the far left side.
Oh, having a look at him.
3 straight kills.
Plays. This is looking pretty good. His team has scored 5-3. Can he try and make some kills at the back lumber? Yes, he can. Nicely done. Shuts down Diabolic. One more at distance. Doesn't even need to charge that. Wait for some team support, but you can see he is all by himself, so he's going to have to do it himself. There's one. Teammate should be able to just run that in.
Nice work. Rizma goes through while you see Fatalize is taken out inside of Owens, and Fear Complex is just going to camp this lumberyard. He knows exactly what he's doing, blocking spawns, trying to give his teammates a route to this portal, and he is going to sneak in himself now to make it 5-6, bringing it within 1 point at 1 minute left in our first half.
Well, just as you said that, though, another point was ran in.
Uh-oh.
The boys in Adversity, 52 seconds left. Is anyone going to be able to try and make some plays? Grounds are doing some defensive work. Just seeing if he can try and cut out any of those Saw plays as they try and rotate. Another blitz is scored, though, 8-5 now. And unfortunately, though, Adversity's base is wide open. Saw should be able to try and make some plays, but no, it does get shut out, and this is a really good round from Adversity.
Oh, yeah, and I'm on board with Cosmo for the moment at the end, and he has a 5-point streak going on, 11-9, 2 captures since I've jumped on board with him, and here he goes. There's number 6 7 will not happen. He is cut short. Sender tries to retaliate from the back, but he is flanked, and there is one player sneaking past for Saw. Can he get this kill? If so, he has an opportunity to score. Doesn't look like it, but his teammates are pushing from the middle. 6 seconds left on the clock. A sprint to that blitz spawn, and they will go through.
I'm not sure if you picked up on that there, but normally at the end of a blitz game like that, you expect someone to really lie on the portal as a defensive maneuver, and you'll see here, Sender just kind of ran away. He was really in no man's land, and he actually sat in the corner as opposed to lying on the blitz portal. So just a little bit of an error there, I would say, from Sender, because I mean, if he's lying on there, they didn't have time to pick up the kill and get the cap. So just unfortunate plays right at the end of that round.
Chalk that one up, but it's adversity up 2-0. We're on board now with Saw. We've switched sides at the half. Let's see if they can take advantage of this side as Fatalize opens the door, or closes the door at the very smart heads-up play. However, he falls in the middle. It's going to be up to Complex and Duck to do the damage in the middle.
Are they going to be able to do so? Let's have a look at Duck. Fortunately, doesn't matter. He is going to get taken down.
Everyone dying.
Yeah, everyone dying. It's actually Sender is pushing the Saw base. Does get stunned right at the back. Lumber just wants to try and stay alive, but a blitz is scored 10-6 now. It should be traded off, though. In fact, no.
Rizma did get cut down.
Crazy kill there from Cosmo. Nicely done. Still 10-6 then. And Adversity are just slaying their way through right now.
And Saw Complex, Duck, is just doing his best up top here, but not the best positioning. And Saw looks a little bit flustered. They've let a number of caps go through on this second side. They can't get out of their base without their opponent scoring on them. And they're losing some of their battles in the middle of the map. Just can't finish their kills that they're starting. Here is Groundzer on the far left on your screen. Meanwhile, his teammates doing phenomenal defensive work. Let's see what Adversity is up to. Currently, they are up by 5 caps. 3 minutes, 40 seconds left to go here in Game 3.
I just love how Cosmo has turned this game around. With what, 2 minutes left of the first side, I called Cosmo out saying he isn't really playing that well. Let's see if he can turn it around. He's done just that. Top of his team now, 18 kills, 13 deaths. Really having a very solid performance. And let's not forget those 3 caps. Just as I say that, he picks up another kill, looking for the second. He had him very tagged. Nothing but hit markers for Cosmo there, unfortunately for him. But the great thing about the way Adversity have been playing this is they've just locked down their own base before even thinking about going near Saw. They've only let up 6 caps, and it's just a great defensive performance. I mean, this is how you need to play Blitz.
Nice.
Communicate very, very well.
I thought we were going to see another 3-piece. It was Sender inside the base with Groundzer. Cosmo now trying to get Owens 2 level. And this Saw team knows they need to close the fire door. They just can't get to it quite yet. Sender now on your screen, putting pressure on the left side. Cannot get past Sender in the middle of the map. He's working so well with Diabolic to shut this down. And Diabolic is going to put up the pressure as Sender has an opportunity to cap here. One player turning the corner, and he goes through.
And that's brilliant play. Just recognizing that was his opportunity. Didn't go too soon. He was very patient. As soon as Diabolical got that kill, he was able to jump in and immediately get that extra score. However, it was traded 12-7 now, so that's a 5-point lead. 2 minutes, 20 seconds still to go. Saw can easily come back into this. They just need to compose themselves.
I'm going back on board with Sender here. He's going through for a 3rd time in a row. That is 13-7. Sender on a 5-point spree now. And you're going to see 2 players in the middle of the map. He ignores one. Shots go down. Has to answer. Cannot get the kill. Cosmo drops at the same time. And it looks like Diabolic is the last player in the middle of the map. Let's see what he can do.
Just as you say that, picks up a nice 2-piece. It's just the story of this game, really, Puckett. The way Adversity are just playing just so well. Great communication coming from them. You can just tell the way that the guys are moving around the map. When one person gets a kill, another person's going to do something different. Unfortunately, Diabolic nearly got the 3-piece in the cap. Sender's there, though. Doesn't matter. Cleans up, gets the cap. Adversity looking good to take this map.
Sender putting in his 6th capture. And you can see his teammates still in the base. Down goes another player. That was Diabolic capping this time. And now we're going to see as Diabolic will push in. What can he do? Nothing is the answer. Back to Sender. And Cosmo now 22-18. Sender 18-15. Grounds are almost even. And then Diabolic, the lead slayer with 26 kills in this game to his 21 deaths.
He's really had a very, very good game. And you look at that Saw lineup, and you look at their kills. You got Duck 24-18. Complex 20 and 20. Rizma 19 for 26, but it was fatalized really 13 and 22, just not putting up enough digits. It was just adversity outslaying their opponents, which really has helped them out. Diabolic with a very flashy kill. I'm not sure if you caught that, but really, really nice stuff coming from him all game long. To approach the last 40 seconds left, it's pretty much GG now to Cosmo and Co.
Adversity.
One map away now.
All right. So ADV gets their second win with the last 30 seconds here on Blitz still to go. Cosmo, let's see how many kills he can finish with. Started the round pretty poorly in the slaying column. Really turned it on at the end of round 1 and has kept that momentum going into round 2. Another capture, as that will make our score 17-9 at the end of 10 minutes of Blitz on Freight. Congratulations, Adversity, now going up 2-1 in this series. And remember, that game 1 loss was just a 1-point differential. So Saw, they've kept it too close for their liking, and after losing 2 in a row, they need some momentum changes here. We'll see what they can do. Domination is coming up next after this.